seem that good video game films are far and few between, there's no question that these screen adaptations quickly become major events for fans. However, pleasant surprises in the form of movies like Pokémon Detective Pikachu have warmed fans up to upcoming adaptations of other iconic titles. Recent announcements of video game-based projects have stirred excitement. Welcome to Binge TV. Put down the controllers and pick up the popcorn, because today we have compiled a list of the top 10 best video game movie adaptations. 10th place, Assassin's Creed 2016. Assassin's Creed is a 2016 dystopian science fiction action film based on the video game franchise of the same name. The film is set in the same universe as the video games, but features an original story. The plot follows a modern-day man named Callum Lynch, who, through a machine called the Animus, explores the memories of his ancestor, Aguilar de Nirja, a member of the Assassin Brotherhood during the Spanish Inquisition, to gain the skills of a master assassin and battle the Templar Order. In 2016, Cal is sentenced to death for murdering a pimp, but his execution is faked by the Abstergo Foundation, which then takes him to their research facility in Madrid. He is told that the Templars are searching for the Apple of Eden to eliminate violence by using Apple's code to control humanity's free will. Sophia, Alan's daughter, and the head scientist reveals that Cal is a descendant of Aguilar, the last person confirmed to have the apple. She puts Cal in the Animus, a machine that allows him to relive Aguilar's genetic memories, so Abstergo can learn what he did with the apple. 9th place, Mortal Kombat 2021. Mortal Kombat is an American media franchise centered on a series of video games originally developed by Midway Games in 1992. The original game has spawned many sequels and spin-offs, consisting of several action-adventure games, as well as a comic book series and a card game. Movie producer Lawrence Kasanoff licensed the rights to the game in the early 1990s and produced the first movie of the franchise. Kasanoff also produced the second movie, animated TV series, live-action TV series movies, the first 1 million platinum-selling albums, and a live-action tour. Mortal Kombat has become the best-selling fighting game franchise worldwide and one of the highest-grossing media franchises of all time. The first-time director Simon McCoy does the franchise gory justice with 2021's iteration featuring Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Jax, Sonya, Liu Kang, Kung Lao, Kano, and Shang Tsung. The film has some of the best fighting scenes. Protagonist Cole Young is a new addition to the Mortal Kombat universe, and we also get to see Sub-Zero and Sonya Blade in action. Mortal Kombat is the gold standard of video game movies. 8th place, Tomb Raider. Lara Croft Tomb Raider is a 2001 action-adventure film based on the Tomb Raider video game series, featuring the character Lara Croft portrayed by Angelina Jolie. Adventurer Lara Croft defeats a robot in an ancient Egyptian tomb, revealed to be a training exercise arena in her family manor, where she lives with her technical assistant Bryce and butler Hillary. In Venice, as the first phase of a planetary alignment begins, the Illuminati search for a key to rejoin halves of a mysterious artifact, the Triangle, which must be completed by the final phase, a solar eclipse. Lara's father, Lord Richard Croft, presumed dead, appears to her in a dream. Lara awakens to a mysterious ticking and finds a strange clock hidden inside the manor. Lara shows Wilson the clock, and he puts her in touch with Powell. Lara shows Powell photographs of the clock, which he claims to not recognize. Lara receives a letter from her father explaining that the clock is the key to retrieving the House of the Triangle of Light, an ancient object with the power to control time. After misuse of its power destroyed an entire city, the triangle was separated. One half was hidden in a tomb at Angkor, Cambodia, and the other in the ruined city located at Ukok Plateau, Siberia. Her father asks her to find and destroy both pieces before the Illuminati can exploit the triangle's power. 7th place, Sonic the Hedgehog 2020. Sonic the Hedgehog is a 2020 action-adventure comedy film based on the video game franchise published by Sega. It is the first installment in a planned Sonic the Hedgehog film series. The film follows Sonic the Hedgehog, who runs at supersonic speeds, teaming up with the local town sheriff, Tom Wachowski, to escape the mad scientist Dr. Robotnik, who seeks to use his superpowers to conquer the world. Sonic challenges Robotnik in a race, but the Doctor can match his speed using the quill. The two engage in a chase battle across the world through San Francisco, France, China, and Egypt, inadvertently completing several of Sonic's bucket list entries at the same time, ultimately returning to Green Hills. Sonic defeats Robotnik by opening a portal to send him to the Mushroom Planet through the force of an electromagnetic-powered spin dash. Following the incident, Tom and Maddie decide to stay in Green Hills and let Sonic live with them. Robotnik, in possession of Sonic's quill and usable equipment salvaged from the remains of his hovercraft, shaves his head and grows a thick mustache, and swears to return to Earth and exact revenge against its future arch-enemy. 6th place, Detective Pikachu 2019. Detective Pikachu is an adventure game developed by Creatures Inc., published by the Pokémon Company. The film version makes numerous changes. While the basic premise is still the same, the conditions were very different. Ace detective Harry Goodman goes mysteriously missing, prompting his 21-year-old son, Tim, to find out what happened. Tim and Pokemon become friends, and Tim becomes the only human who can listen to Pokemon. Pokemon joins Tim on the journey to find his father. The wisecracking, adorable Super Sleuth Pikachu's jokes make the film fun to watch, finding that they are uniquely equipped to work together. They join forces to unravel the tangled mystery. 5th place, Werewolves Within. Werewolves Within is a 2021 American comedy horror film. The story follows a group of people in a small Vermont town who get trapped in a snowstorm only to suspect one of them as a werewolf. Forest Ranger Finn Wheeler is assigned to cover the town of Beaverville, a small town where the residents are divided over a pipeline proposed by the businessman Sam Parker. Upon arriving, Finn befriends mail carrier Cecily Moore while meeting the various residents. That night, a blizzard knocks out all of the power in Beaverville, forcing the residents to take refuge in a lodge owned by Janine Sherman. Trisha Anderson's dog gets killed by an unknown assailant, which increases tensions in the town. As Finn investigates further, conflict arises when he discovers that all of Beaverfield's generators were sabotaged. This compounded when he uncovers the body of Janine's missing husband, Dave, under the lodge's porch. Later, the truth is revealed that the killer is a werewolf. The film holds an 86% on Rotten Tomatoes, making it the highest-rated film based on a video game. 4th place, Resident Evil. Resident Evil is an action horror film series based on the Japanese video game franchise of the same name by Capcom. In 2001, Screen Gems acquired distribution rights and hired Paul W.S. Anderson as a writer and director for Resident Evil 2002. Anderson continued as a writer and producer for Resident Evil Apocalypse 2004 and Resident Evil Extinction 2007, and returned as the director for Resident Evil Afterlife in 2010, Resident Evil Retribution in 2012, and Resident Evil The Final Chapter in 2016. The first 6 films follow Alice, a former security specialist and covert operative who battles the Umbrella Corporation whose bioweapons have triggered a zombie apocalypse. Characters from the games appear, including Keira Redfield, Jill Valentine, Ada Wong, Carlos Oliveira, Chris Redfield, Leon S. Kennedy, Barry Burton, and antagonist Albert Wesker, the head of the Umbrella Corporation, and James Marcus, Umbrella's top virologist. In 2021, the 7th in the film series was made, titled Resident Evil: Welcome to Raccoon City. The Resident Evil film series is the highest-grossing film series based on a video game, grossing over $1.2 billion worldwide. It is also the highest-grossing zombie film series, and was the highest-grossing horror film series as of 2017. 3rd place, Final Fantasy VIII: Advent Children, 2005. Advent Children is a Japanese computer-animated science fantasy action film. Advent Children is part of the compilation of Final Fantasy VIII series of media, which is based in the world and continuity of the highly successful 1997 role-playing video game Final Fantasy VIII. Advent Children takes place 2 years after the events of Final Fantasy VIII and focuses on a trio's appearance that kidnaps children infected with an unexplained disease. Final Fantasy VIII hero Cloud Strife, suffering from the same disease, goes to rescue the children. He discovers that the trio plan to resurrect the villain Sephiroth using the remains of the extraterrestrial villain, Genova, and he and his compatriots from the game fight to stop them. The film has been released on Blu-ray disc in 2009, is the last version, and adds 26 minutes of new and expanded scenes to the 101-minute original. Critics have praised its animation and CGI work. The video game received the Maria Award at the Stikes Film Festival in 2005 and the Best Anime Feature at the 2007 American Anime Awards. By May 2009, the DVD and Universal Media Disc releases had sold over 4.1 million copies worldwide. 2nd place, Ready Player One. Ready Player One is a 2018 American science fiction adventure film. The film received mostly positive reviews and grossed over $582 million worldwide, as well as earning a nomination for Best Visual Effects at the 91st Academy Awards, 24th Critics' Choice Awards, and 72nd British Academy Film Awards. The plot is set in 2045, where people seek to escape from reality through the Oasis, which is a virtual reality simulation created by Halliday and Morrow of Gregarious Games. After Halliday's death, a pre-recorded message is left by his avatar, Anorak, that announces a contest that promises that the winner will get ownership of the Oasis if an Easter egg is within it. The contestant must find 3 keys that can only be obtained by carrying out 3 challenges. The CEO of Innovated Online Industries, Nolan Sorrento, seeks to own the Oasis himself, so he orders his loyal servants to find the egg. Parzival, the avatar of Wade Watts, participates in the contest along with his best friend H and a female avatar, Artemis. Parzival regularly visits Halliday's journals, The Curator. Wade, Artemis, H, Daito, and Sho all succeed in finding the keys and are named the High Five on the contest scoreboard. Sorrento decides to bribe Parzival so he can get his hands on the Oasis. Wade and Artemis discover from the journals that Halliday once dated Morrow's wife, Karen Kira Underwood. Wade and Artemis visit the Distracted Globe nightclub to look for clues, where Wade confesses his love to Artemis. They survive a trap from Nolan in which Artemis abandons Wade, explaining that her father died in debt to IOI. Wade rejects Sorrento's offer, and in return, Sorrento attempts to kill Wade by bombing his home, killing his Aunt Alice and her boyfriend Rick, among others. Wade is taken in by Artemis player Samantha Cook, during which they realize that the second challenge relates to Halliday's regret of not pursuing a relationship with Kira. Along with H, Daito, and Sho, Parzival and Artemis search a recreation of the Overlook Hotel from The Shining for the Jade Key and retrieve it. Before we divulge the number one pick, here are the honorable mentions.
Sometimes when you go to sleep, you go on a little walk, and sometimes you talk about a place.
Christopher, Sharon's gone. I need your help. I'm not okay. Please, hurry.
Why don't we start with your name?
Now, a call for help has gone out.
Game time.
You like hanging out with animals more than people.
Yeah, well, animals get me. George's not going to survive on his own.
First place, Warcraft: The Beginning. Warcraft: The Beginning is a 2016 American action fantasy film based on a video game series of the same name. The film managed to gross $439 million worldwide. Draenor, homeworld to the orcs, is being torn apart by a mysterious force known as Fel Magic. Gul'dan, an orc warlock, unites the orc clans into the Horde and creates a portal to the world of Azeroth by using Fel Magic to drain the life out of the captive Draenei. Gul'dan leads a small warband through the portal to capture and sacrifice prisoners on Azeroth to bring the Horde. When the orcs arrive on Azeroth, Draka gives birth to a baby Ghoul by draining the life out of a nearby deer to revive and infuse them with Fel Magic. The orcs raid several settlements throughout Azeroth. Anduin Lothar, commander of the human forces of Stormwind Kingdom, finds a trespassing mage named Khadgar investigating the bodies of the slain men, who explains that the bodies contain traces of Fel Magic. So, what are your thoughts on these video game movies? Let us know in the comments below. And while you're at it, make sure you leave us a like, share this video with your friends, and also subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time for more.